Hello and welcome back to our project. So today we are going to learn how to create a list of items in our using a list view. So we'll create a new project, go to empty activity, then we'll click next. For our application, you can just call it list item. So we call it list item, then we can click on finish, then wait for our project to build. So you can wait for that to build, then come back to working on it. So now once it has finished building, so we come to our activity main, then we'll remove the hello world. So we'll remove the hello world, and then you're going to search for a list view. So you're going to look for a list view. So you just search your palette, then you'll get your list view. So you'll just drag and drop our list view there. Then once we drag and drop our list view, then we can constrain it. So we can use a layout to constrain it. So you constrain it there, constrain it there, constrain it there, and on the side. So all sides are constrained. And then now we can now give it an ID. So we can just give it an ID. You can say this ID is list view. We can just give it that ID. So now we have a list view there. So the second part is now how we are going to place our items inside the list. So basically what we want to do, we want to place lists of items inside here. So we have our main activity. So the list of items, you're going to put them inside strings, because basically they'll be strings. So you can just come here in your layout, in our values, in our resources folder, in your values, then we come to strings, where we had said this is where we place the constant items that we can use inside our app. So now we are going to place a few items here. So we are going to say string, then you press tab, so you have the string there. So we're going to place our items here. So we are going to place string. So for specifically this string, you're going to place string array. So string array meaning they are going to be several. Then you're going to give this string array a name. So we just say name. Then for the name, you can just give the name of the item. So you can say maybe foods. So you can say the name of that list is food. So you're going to place a list of food items. So now you just come in, now you place your item. So you write item, press tab. So you can place as many items as you want. So you can just start by placing different items here. You can place fish, then you can say here maybe chicken. Here you can come in and say rice. Here you can come in and say vegetables. You can come in and say onions. And we can maybe say here pasta. So you can place all the list of items that you may want to be viewed inside your list. So basically that is the list of items we'll want to place in our activity. So the next part is now we are going to go to our main activity, and in this main activity we are now going to link the items inside to place the list. So we'll just come into our main activity. So once we are inside our main activity, we are going to create a variable that is going to hold for us all the items. So we can come and say, we'll say val, then we can say maybe we can say food items equals to, so val food items, and let's be remember they are an array, so we can say val food item, then we say array. So it's an array just as we did in the Kotlin language, so we'll say array, then the array is of strings. So we'll say food items array string equals to, then we are just going to match these food items to the items we've placed in strings.xml. So we'll come in and say it's going to be resources then we say dot so we'll just come in, let's just separate that. So we can say r resources dot, then we say get string array, and then now where are our items, so we'll say r dot array dot food. So it means that we are picking these items here, so and placing them inside this the val food items. So anytime we need to place the food items inside the list, then we are going to call the variable. Then now we are going to work with something called an adapter. So an adapter just helps us to place items inside a list. We are going to see how we are going to use this more often, especially in the coming apps. So we can come and call our adapter. So we can come and call, we can say array adapter, then we can say equals to, so we can call this, maybe we can just say array, can call it array adapter equals to, so it's just a value we are giving, then we'll say array adapter, and then inside the array adapter have to specify the data type, so we say string, and then the array adapter we are going to pass some variables. So we are going to pass the context, which is going to be this, and then we're going to pass the layout, so it will be the layout that we want the list item to use. So it will be quite simple, so we'll say Android dot r dot, so okay, good, so Android dot r dot layout, then we'll say dot simple list item 1. So this is the layout we want to use, so it's list item 1, and then we are going to pass the, what do we want to put in that list? Food item. So we are going to pass our food items there. Then now inside there, after that, you're now going to come and say we want to place the items inside the list. So we want to say, we're just going to call our list view, so we are going to use the ID, so we'll say our ID was list view, so it has imported that. So list view, then we can say dot, then we call our adapter, then we can say equals to, then we'll place the array adapter. So list view dot array adapter. Then now that with that we have now placed all our items inside the list. So at this point you can now try and run your app and see if you're able to have an execution of the application itself. So I'll just proceed. So we want that at least when you click an item in your list, it gives you a simple toast of what item you have clicked. So we can set an on-click listener on each item of our list view. So first of all, let's try and load this, and then we are going to see how to maybe place an on-click listener inside our item. So I'll see you in the next video, just trying to explain how we can now add a simple on-click listener into our list of items. So bye.